project on the bench. Here's a 1962 Fender Strat, originally bought new by the current owner in 1962, and it's a refinish. Used to be sunburst, and this pickguard is not original. You can see by the funky nylon backing, that super white backing in between, and these are Kinmans that were added to the guitar at some stage, some Hank Marvins. These originals are still with him, which is a fantastic thing. I've got a replacement celluloid aged 62 correct pickguard here. It's going to go on. Lovely round laminate board, still in great condition. Frets are in great condition, the original frets. The nut is going to have to change. Wow, she's in great nick. So yeah, I'll show you bits and pieces as I go along. Here's the original wiring. All the pots are original. We'll take these noiseless Kinmans out. What's unfortunate is that this pot shaft, the split shaft, the one side sheared off a long time ago. That wasn't me, I promise. Which means I'm just going to have to change that pot. I'll use an Emerson Pro CTS pot and safely tuck this pot away for value for later. I mean, she's a refinish, so you know, it's not like she's in pristine condition and I'm knocking off a lot of value here. We're going to make her work again. Alright, so I've mounted the original 62 pickups back into this new replaced guard. Everything else is on it. Done a good cleanup. The original aluminium back plates back on. Cleaned out all the pots and whatnot, and the switch. And obviously, like I said, the shaft of the original volume pot's unfortunately broken, so I've replaced it with an Emerson Pro CTS pot made in the US, which is probably the best pot on the market right now. So that's all back in. One of the things I'm also finding now is that through the years and years of being oiled and not being oiled, this fingerboard has contracted just a touch, just so that the fret ends start to stick out just a little bit. So I'm going to clean those off and just file them down a touch, obviously being very careful not to affect the board and hurt the board at all, and get these nice and dressed on the ends with a little file. Cleaned up the fret ends nicely and given these frets a nice polish. Can't really tell on this light, but I can get down. Nope, still doesn't shine as nicely in the video. Giving her some oil, and I'm going to turn to the body. Okay, we'll skip ahead now. Got cracking and finished her up. She really is beautiful. I'm really happy with the way this pickguard works with this body, and the color works with the knobs and plastics and the way they've aged. I also cleaned up the original jack, cleaned out the internal sleeve and polished it up, so there's no crackling or anything like that. She's all set up. Owner wanted 11s, and she sounds pretty good with 11s. There were two plastic shims underneath the neck. Took those out and ended up having to use maple instead because he did want a lower action. And then carved her a new bone nut as well. The other nut wasn't original or in any case usable because it was too low. They were buzzing open. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. She's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. And let's see if she goes for another long journey around the world as this one has. Thanks for watching.